Hey everybody, Roy from A&S Gear. We've got the G6R in front of us. We just received them today. This video we're going to kind of go over on how the gun disassembles. I know everybody's interested in how the gun comes apart. So we'll go through it real quick, take it apart. You guys can see kind of how that works. I've already removed the grip screws off of the grips. We can pull that off of there. 6 screws, 3 on each side. Pull that off. We're going to remove the battery out of the gun. First thing I always do when I take a gun apart, obviously if I'm going to be pulling the frame apart of the gun, I always disconnect my wiring. So we'll take out our, zoom in here, disassemble the power wire, or our solenoid wire right there, and then also pull out our eye wires right there. So that's the eye wire system right there. Alright, so we'll back it up. So we've got a couple screws, frame screws we need to pull out. There's, unless you're disassembling the regulator, you're going to pull your regulators apart, which we're not going to. This regulator breaks down right there. You can pull that off. And then also the LPR obviously unscrews off the front, but we're not going to do that. We don't really need to get into there for any reason. We're just going to split the body in half, and we're going to pull the frame off of the body. So first we're going to start with the feed neck. We'll get the feed neck off of here. Turn it a couple turns, and the way they've got it set up, the feed neck is just going to pop off. So now it's just a clamping on style feed neck. There's no threading in here or anything, just one screw to kind of hold the body and the clamping feed neck together. So we've got that apart. Next thing we want to do is remove our bolt, pop the bolt out, pull that out of there, and we're also going to remove our ram. So we're going to remove the cap off the back right here. Allen key in, going to turn it, pull this screw out. Remember to keep all your screws in your parts where the screws go together, so that when you go to reassemble, you don't get screws mixed up. So we're going to pull our ram cap off. See, it's got the bumper in there. There is an O-ring that goes around this cap. When you go to put it together, you have to be very careful that you don't accidentally pinch that O-ring inside there, because it can cause problems in there. So we've got our cap. We'll put our screw with it so that we know that those two go together. Let's keep my parts in sections so I know where I'm going and where I'm working on. Take our Allen key, get it in there, and then pop our ram out of the gun. Alright, so we got that apart. Now in order to disassemble frame from body, there's 2 screws that we need. The first screw is right here on the bottom. The second screw is actually inside, and it's underneath the ram. That's why we needed to pull the ram out to get it in there. It's down inside the body, down in there. So if the ram is still in the gun, down in there, you can't get the frame off right there. But what you could do, which I'll show you what you can do, is let's just say that you were only wanting to take the front part of the gun apart. Just you wanted to remove the front half of the gun. You wouldn't even need to pull that part of the gun, or that part of the frame apart right there. All you would need to do, and we'll show you, is first I'm going to remove our eye covers. So we'll pull that off. Now underneath your eye cover right here is your eye board. You got your board right here with your wiring, which is held in with a screw right there. You've got your spring here, and then your ball detent underneath it. Now the ball detent and the spring, pretty easy to lose. So what I would do is I would pull it out, take your spring out, and if you can get the detent out, pull it out. Otherwise, there's a possibility that you might lose them, especially the springs, when you're just moving the gun around. So we're going to put those to the side as well. with each other. Then we're going to, you can see right in here, we're going to disconnect our wiring. Okay, now sometimes it's hard to pull it out right there without pulling the board off there. So I don't recommend trying to yank that out of there. All right. What I would do, since we're just going to separate the front off of there, to make it really easy, just get a screwdriver, take this one screw that holds the eyes, take it out, and you can pull your eye and leave it connected to the wire and just pull it away from the body. Okay, so we're going to do that to the other side, right here. Let's remove our eye cover. Oh, a little bit more. Take the eye cover out. Get our spring for our detent. If we poke through, we just poke our detent out from the other side. Makes it easy. And then we can pull our eye cover off, or our eye board, I should say. Keep those, don't lose those screws, they're super small. Then we can just fold that up. Next, what we want to do is remove this body screw, or this frame screw. So we're going to get our Allen key, give it a couple turns, and then we'll try to do it by hand, see if it's loose enough where I can just do this by hand, rather than making you guys wait.